As the 25th anniversary of the Kargil War approaches, a group of 12 motorcycle riders, all course mates of the legendary Captain Vikram Batra, have embarked on a poignant journey to retrace the very trails that witnessed the unfolding of that conflict between India and Pakistan in 1999. Flagged off in Chandigarh, this band of brothers, part of the 1997 batch of the IMA's 101 regular course, are paying homage to their fallen comrades and the heroes who etched their names in the history of military valor. The first stop was at the Udhampur base. Where Air Vice Marshal Vikram Gaur flagged them off. Travelling south of the historic Pir Panjal range, they entered the Kashmir Valley. Pir Panjal, a formidable mountain range, holds immense strategic importance, witnessing numerous battles throughout history. As the riders crossed this natural barrier, they followed in the footsteps of countless soldiers who have guarded our nation's frontiers. At their next stop in Anantnag, they received a warm reception and a Paramveer Chakra cap was handed over to the course mates. As the riders set off for their next destination, Uplona, travelling from Anantnag to Srinagar, Kashmir's mesmerizing landscapes unfolded before them, often hailed as the paradise on earth. The journey was a visual feast, with majestic mountains rising proudly, each element contributing to the breathtaking beauty. This is the same stretch where in April 2024, the Indian Air Force conducted the first test run of a 3.5-kilometer emergency landing. 5 helicopters, including Chinooks and Mi-17s, participated in the drill, simulating troop retrieval. Along the way, they visited a historical Gurudwara, symbolizing the armed forces' diversity and unity.
101 ਰੈਗੂਲਰ ਕੋਰਸ ਦੇ 29 ਸ਼ਹੀਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਨੂੰ ਮੁੱਖ ਰੱਖਦਿਆਂ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਆਤਮਿਕ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਲਈ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਮਨੋਕਾਮਨਾ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਸੇਵਕਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਸ਼ੁਭ ਮਨੋਕਾਮਨਾਵਾਂ ਆਸਾਂ ਮੁਰਾਦਾਂ ਪੂਰਨ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਸੁਖ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਅੰਗ ਸੰਗ ਸਹਾਇਓ ਨਾ ਸੁਖ ਹੋਵੇ ਨਾਮ ਚਿਤ ਆਵੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਭਾਣੇ ਸਰਬੱਤ Uplona, an important stopover on this journey as the brigade stationed here fought in the Mashko Valley during the Kargil War. Captain Vikram Batra's unit, the 13 Jammu and Kashmir Rifles, was part of this valiant brigade. Upon arrival at Uplona, the riders received a grand and heroic welcome befitting their mission. As the riders dismounted their motorcycles, they were enveloped in a sea of olive green with handshakes, hugs, and heartfelt words of gratitude exchanged. The next day, the journey continued to Baramulla, where the main event, the Kargil Rajat Jayanti Mahotsav, was held. As part of the commemoration, the Chinar Corps commander flagged in the 101 bike rally at the revered General Bipin Rawat Stadium.
कैप्टन विक्रम बत्रा परमवीर चक्र को ऑनर करने के लिए उनके साथियों ने जो मोटरसाइकिल रैली का यहाँ पे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन किया, उनका तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ और उम्मीद करता हूँ उनका आगे का जो सफ़र है कारगिल तक, वो भी उतना ही अच्छा होगा जितना कि उनका यहाँ तक का सफ़र रहा है.
From Baramulla, it was time to hit the road again, moving towards the Kaman Aman Setu, but not before a mandatory stop at the Dagger Division War Memorial. Here, the 101 riders paid their respects and tributes to all the heroes of Indian Armed Forces who made the ultimate sacrifice for the nation. Adjacent to the war memorial stands a temple, where a sense of peace and tranquility reigned supreme. The riders took a moment to soak in the serenity of the surroundings, a stark contrast to the battlefields they were commemorating.
In 1863, historian W.G. Kavi visited this place, and he was told that this temple was constructed by some Bondat, who was a descendant of Pandavas, and thus the name of the place, Bonyar. And in the late 1800s, Dogra ruler Ranveer Singh was responsible for excavation of this temple, which took 9 long years. Since long, this temple has been part of the army garrison. Our religious teacher facilitates the devotees and their darshans.
Just as the riders neared the Kaman Aman Setu, a poignant moment unfolded. Children in their colorful attire welcomed them with Indian flags in their hands, a gesture that symbolized the hope and future that the soldiers had fought to protect. The riders spent time with the armed forces members stationed at the Kaman Aman Setu, a bridge that earlier served as a crucial link between India and Pakistan, facilitating the movement of people and goods across the line of control.
Day 4 began with an aarti, highlighting the Indian Army's commitment to religious harmony and national integration.
बोल ज्वाला माता की जय, बोल वीर बजरंगबली हनुमान की जय, बोल जयकारा शेरावाली माई दा, बोल साचे दरबार की जय। भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय।
The flag-off ceremony from Uplona was led by the commander of the Himalayan Brigade. The team headed towards their first stopover at Manasbal, 30 kilometers from Srinagar, for a wreath-laying ceremony in honor of their course mate, Lieutenant Colonel Rajesh Gulati. His wife, Sarika Gulati, and son, Saksham, attended the ceremony and received a PVC cap from his course mates. The 101 regulars also paid tribute to Flight Lieutenant Mayank Mayur from the Foxtrot Squadron of the NDA.
Group Captain Mangesh Zade led the wreath-laying ceremony for the fallen course mate who died in 2004.
From Manasbal, the riders drove through the snow-covered peaks and meandering rivers of Sonmarg. They made a mandatory stop at Captain Moore. This stretch is known as one of the most dangerous in the world to drive. The team crossed the Zozila Pass, also known as the Gateway of Ladakh. After a refreshment break at Ghumri Cafe, a popular stop along this route, the riders drove for an hour along breathtaking roads, arriving at Dras, known as India's coldest inhabited place, for an overnight stay. Upon reaching Dras, it felt like a reunion as they met a few fellow course mates there.
Day 5 began on an emotional note when Vishal Batra, the identical twin brother of Paramveer Chakra Captain Vikram Batra, went for a walk in Dras town and reached a place from where Batra Top is visible.
If you look at extremely the point, the finger where I'm pointing it out is the Batra top, which was earlier called as 4875. This entire feature of Batra top, saw 25 casualty. We lost 2 officers, Captain Vikram Batra and Captain Anuj Nayyar. And this is the only feature which has the rare distinction of having 3 medals, 2 Paramveer Chakra, which was given to Vikram Batra, and Rifleman Sanjay Kumar, who was another brave soldier from 13th Battalion Jammu and Kashmir Rifles, and Captain Anuj Nayyar, who was awarded a Mahavir Chakra posthumously. I think the saga, the bravery of, and the tale of each of the feature what the Indian Army captured is incredible. And I pay my general salute to each of the men who fought the battle, and of course my kudos to the Indian Army who is still guarding these peaks. मैं जब भी यहाँ आता हूँ, every alternate year I've been coming to this small town, this small valley. It's something like more of a shrine, and is also to relive the memories of Vikram and all other soldiers who laid down the life.
After some time, the riders were all set to hit the road again to reach the first destination of the day, the Kargil War Memorial in Dras. The valley echoed with "Ye Dil Mange More."
Ye Dil Mange More! Oh yeah yeah! Oh yeah yeah!
The riders received a grand welcome at the War Memorial, where 101 regulars paid homage with a wreath-laying ceremony remembering the soldiers who died in the Kargil War of 1999.
शहीदों की चिताओं पर लगेंगे हर बरस मेले, वतन पर मर मिटने वालों का यही बाकी निशा होगा। यह वॉर मेमोरियल उन्हीं वीरों का स्मारक है जिन्होंने अपना आज हमारे कल के लिए कुर्बान कर दिया। उन वीरों के बलिदान को हम किसी भी शब्द में बयान नहीं कर सकते। हम उन्हें सलाम करते हैं, यह देश उन्हें सलाम करता है। अंत में मैं आप सभी से यही गुजारिश करता हूँ कि वो झुककर करें सलाम उन्हें जिनके मुकद्दर में यह मुकाम आता है। बड़े ही खुश नसीब होते हुए लोग जिनका लहू वतन के काम आता है। भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की।
After a flag off from the Kargil War Memorial, the riders headed towards Kargil city. Just as the band of brothers were about to reach Kargil, they stopped at a memorial dedicated to Gorkhali legend Subedar Harka Bahadur Rana, located 5 kilometers before Kargil. Right next to this memorial is an Army Goodwill School where the 101 regulars received a warm welcome. This school has been contributing some of the best archers in the country, and the riders too tried their hand at archery.
आज आर्चरी इवेंट के गवाह बने हैं हमारा स्पेशल टीम, जी हाँ, जिन्होंने बेहतरीन कारनामे सन 1999 में वतन की खातिर निभाए हैं।
After this refreshing and energizing time spent at the school, the riders drove towards Kargil city and took a halt for Langar Prasad at the historical Gurudwara Charan Kamal associated with Guru Nanak Dev Ji.
101 ਰੈਗੂਲਰ ਕੋਰਸ ਦੇ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਭਰਿਆ ਹੱਥ ਰੱਖਣਾ, ਦਿਨ ਦੁਗਣੀਆਂ ਰਾਤ ਚੁਗਣੀਆਂ ਤਰੱਕੀਆਂ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ ਵਿਖੇ ਸੁਖ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਭਰਿਆ ਹੱਥ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹਰ ਮੈਦਾਨ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਫਤਿਹ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਭਾਣੇ ਸਰਬਤ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ।
From here, the riders headed towards the most prominent and dominating location in the Kargil region, point 13620, which overlooks the national highway connecting Srinagar and Leh. As the riders reached the top, they were welcomed by snow, and the 101 regulars paid their tribute with a wreath-laying ceremony to remember the warriors. Day 6 began with a wreath-laying ceremony by the 101 regulars at the iconic Kargil War Memorial. It was an absolute tribute to those who were not just course-mates but family, brothers in arms who stayed together through thick and thin. Sadly, gone too soon, but never forgotten. Following the flag-off ceremony, the riders set off towards Leh, the most strategic zone that provides the logistical support to the defense forces. There are two routes to reach Leh. One is the Kargil-Leh highway, and the other is what the riders chose, the challenging route through the Batalik sector. This again served as a mark of respect for the heroes of the war. The first stopover was at Hambutingla, serving as a gateway to the strategic Batalik sector. This sector's importance stems from its proximity to the line of control and its high-altitude, rugged terrain. Batalik. The name immediately brings these vivid visuals in front of our eyes. This sector was one of the key battle zones during the Kargil War of 1999. The Indus River flows through this sector, entering Pakistan at just a stone's throw distance. The river, along with the challenging terrain of the Kalubar range, posed significant logistical and operational challenges for the Indian Armed Forces. It was the Batalik sector where it was first discovered that there's something fishy at the higher reaches. Acting on tip-off from Tashi Namgyal, a local shepherd from Kharkon village who was searching for his missing yak when he spotted the camouflaged Pakistani intruders near Ganaso. The Indian army was promptly pressed into action. This Kalubar ridge still echoes with the valiant efforts of Indian soldiers, including Captain Manoj Pandey, who was posthumously awarded the Paramveer Chakra for his extraordinary bravery and leadership during the Kargil War. Despite limited resources and initial lack of artillery support, our brave soldiers from 1st 11 Gorkha Rifles, 12 J&K Light Infantry and 1 Bihar, under the leadership of Brigadier Devinder Singh from the 70 Infantry Brigade, managed to chase away nearly 800 Pakistani troops and recaptured all areas by the time war ended in the last week of July 1999. Traversing these winding roads, the riders reached the brigade headquarters. As had become customary, a PVC cap was handed over to yet another course mate serving on the front lines. The riders were flagged off from the brigade headquarters in the Batalik sector, and the journey towards Leh continued. One would concur that the journey from Kargil to Leh is breathtaking, capturing the raw beauty and rugged charm of the scenic locales. The journey is not just a physical traverse, but a ride of gratitude, respect, and an unbreakable bond of brotherhood. After days of thrilling adventures and exploring breathtaking landscapes, Day 7 began on a more relaxed note in Leh. Situated at over 11,500 feet, Leh is the largest town in the Ladakh region, nestled in the high-altitude desert of the Himalayas. This crucial location serves as a vital logistical hub for the Indian Army, supporting the movement of troops, equipment and supplies to forward positions in the challenging terrains of Ladakh. Here, the 101 regulars stayed at a homestay run by Colonel Sevang Smalla and his wife Tahira. This charming abode offered more than just a comfortable stay. Colonel Smalla, who commanded a medical unit during the Kargil War, recounted tales of camaraderie, bravery and the stark realities of wartime.
That time my son was very small and he was studying in class 6. तो उनको जैसे पता चला कारगिल वार हो रही है and he ran away. He said कि मुझे तो अपने nation का पहले देखना है.
And I was that time posted at a place called Kalimpong. I was commanding a military unit there, hospital there. Since the war broke out, then I was very enthusiastic to join the war front. That's why I happened to reach to the Kargil area. We had placed a lot of support there in the maintenance of the quick evacuation of the sick people. And then they used to be brought to my unit where I used to have a hospital. I feel myself lucky to recollect all this happening in the defense of our country.
The day also included a poignant journey to honor the memories of their fallen comrades. Their visit to the Hall of Fame and the Kargil War Memorial was a moving tribute to the bravery and sacrifice of the soldiers who fought in the Kargil War.
It's time to hit the road again and bid farewell to Leh, the heart of Ladakh. Today's destination is Sarchu, approximately 260 kilometers away from Leh.
Before the 101 regulars embarked on this journey, it was crucial to ensure that the vehicles are fully fueled and reserves are kept, as Karu, located about 34 kilometers from Leh, is the last petrol station before Thandi, which lies about 340 kilometers further along our route. About 47 kilometers from Leh, we reach Upshi. In Upshi, the 101 regulars take a halt to thank our brothers from the Border Roads organization for their tireless work in maintaining these treacherous landscapes and making these routes accessible and safe.
The Border Roads organization is doing exemplary work in developing and maintaining crucial infrastructure in remote and challenging terrains. Their efforts in constructing roads, bridges and tunnels along India's borders enhance connectivity, bolster national security and promote socio-economic development in these regions. As the riders continue and gain altitude, the landscape unfolds into a panoramic vista of snow-capped peaks, rugged mountains and vast stretches of untouched natural beauty. The sight of the majestic Himalayas surrounding us is awe-inspiring, making it a photographer's paradise. Upon reaching Tanglangla, one of the highest motorable passes in the world, the thin air serves as a reminder of the altitude. After having coffee at the highest Shaurya Cafe in Ladakh, managed by BRO at 17,482 feet, the riders continue with their journey. Descending from Tanglangla, the 101 regulars take another halt at Debring. The food at this altitude too tastes mesmerizing.
Following a paratha break, the 101 regulars move towards the More Plains. The 40-kilometer stretch of More Plains offers expansive views of flatlands surrounded by towering mountains.
Next, the riders tackle Lachunglungla, another high mountain pass at 16,598 feet. The rugged beauty and challenging roads here are a testament to the raw nature of the Himalayas. The 101 regulars begin their ascent to reach the third pass of the day, Nakila, which offers equally stunning views and a thrilling riding experience. They navigate the famous Gata loops, a series of 21 hairpin bends that descend sharply, providing both a thrilling ride and magnificent views. After crossing some bridges with whimsical names like Whiskey Bridge and Brandy Bridge, the riders spot camps on the horizon and a board welcoming us to Sarju, also known as Sarbhum Chun. Though the origin of the name remains a mystery, Sarchu is nestled on the boundary between Himachal Pradesh and Ladakh, serving as a vital halt for travelers journeying between Leh and Manali. Sarchu was going to be the night halt for the riders, and even as the sun was out till late evening, a cup of tea and steaming dinner was all the riders could ask for before they bid goodnight to each other at the culmination of Day 8 of their historic tribute to the Kargil heroes. This is Day 9 for the 101 regulars on the move. The night before was a cold one that the 101 regulars endured. As the riders stepped outside their tents, the first thing they noticed is the crystalline layer of frost on their bikes. The frozen water becomes a symbol of resilience and the harsh beauty of this adventure. After refueling with reserve fuel bought from Leh, the 101 regulars set out on their journey to Manali, approximately 222 kilometers away.
Oh, 20 kilometers, stop, wait, stop. Chalo, all the best.
Sarchu, the final checkpost of Ladakh, acts as a gateway between the rugged terrains of Ladakh and the lush landscapes of Himachal Pradesh. Leaving Sarchu, the riders begin their ascent towards Baralachla, one of the highest mountain passes between Sarchu and Manali. At an altitude of 16,040 feet, Baralachla offers stunning panoramic views of snow-clad peaks and pristine landscapes. After crossing Pagal Nala, a notable water crossing, and navigating challenging patches of black ice, the riders reach Surajdal. A stunning high-altitude lake, Surajdal offers a unique and serene experience for travelers. Next, the riders reach Zingzing Bar. Contrary to its name, it's not a bar, rather a BRO camp with some dhabas and shops where the riders make a pit stop and chat for a while.
Days of happy riding are back.
Further along, the 101 regulars crossed Dras, a significant checkpoint on their route. Dras is a gateway for trekkers heading towards Padum in Zanskar. Crossing the Darja Bridge, the longest bridge in Himachal Pradesh, they follow the Bhaga River, enjoying the lush green landscapes as they head towards Jispa, a picturesque village nestled along the river bank. Leaving Tandi, they begin their ascent towards Rohtangla, one of the most renowned passes in the region. However, to save time, the 101 regulars skip Rohtang Pass and opt for the tunnel situated beneath it in the eastern Pir Panjal range of the Himalayas. As the riders set course to return and rejoin their respective current duties, one lone rider volunteered to represent the rest of the course to lay wreath and pay homage at war memorials at Post 9 near Turtuk and Siachen Base Camp, the highest battlefield in the world. In the true spirit of jointmanship, the lone Air Force rider in the group went on to these places. From the high altitude to the serene valleys, the 101 regulars arrive in Manali and stayed at a serene and breathtaking location, providing a much-needed respite from their long journey. In this peaceful setting, the riders take the opportunity to reminisce about their time at the IMA. They share fond memories of the camaraderie and the bonds forged during their service, reconnecting and finding solace in each other's company, cherishing the shared experiences and the strength they drew from their time together.